So we attained a knowledge on the formation of Delhi Sultanate and various administrative apparatus of the Delhi Sultanate. Now we have a study on the formation of the Mughal Empire. So we studied that the prevailing political situation of India that provide an opportunity for the formation of the Mughal states, a centralized form of administrative system that was established in India during the time of Delhi Sultanate. But after the decline of Delhi Sultanate, we see the emergence of various principalities in various parts of our country. Bahmani Vijayanagara kingdom that was disintegrated, and in the place of the Bahmani and Vijayanagara kingdom in southern India, Nayagara system that gave birth to large number of principalities, and that is the same case of North India, Rajput on one side, Deccani states, then again the Afghans. So in this way, a decentralized form of political situation or political system that was prevailed in India after the collapse of the Delhi Sultanate. So this decentralized political system, chaos, confusion, confrontation that prevailed in various parts of our country, that gave way to the attack of India by Babur. And the last Sultanate ruler belongs to Lodi dynasty was Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi medieval textbook. While going through the medieval textbook, we have to see that Ibrahim Lodi was not a powerful ruler, and his suzerainty that was confined to a very small principality, and his power that was challenged by the powerful nobles, and one of the important noble who seriously or who challenged the authority of Ibrahim Lodi was that of Daulat Khan Lodi, who became a governor of Punjab. So actually it was the invitation of Daulat Khan Lodi, who became the governor of Punjab, that inspired Babur to attack India. So the textbook, there is an argument that the confrontation between Ibrahim Lodi and his Punjab governor Daulat Khan Lodi provided Babur an opportunity, and later Daulat Khan Lodi sent an invitation to Babur to come and attack India or the territory of Ibrahim Lodi. And Babur, who became a very cleverful ruler, he knew the military tactics, and he became a ruler of a small state named Fargana in the Transoxiana Afghan region. So Babur, who was very keen to expand his territory, especially that of rich India, and the prevailing political condition that provided him an opportunity to attack India. And he also became a descendant of Timur and Genghis Khan. നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന തുർക്കിഷ് പരമ്പരയിൽ വരുന്ന ഒരു ഭരണാധികാരിയാണ് ബാബർ. And the first attack of Babur was that of Kabul, that was in the year 1504, and then he conquered Punjab and Lahore. After getting control over Kabul, he came to India, he penetrated to India and conquered Punjab and Lahore. And Daulat Khan Lodi, who sent an invitation to Babur, the first place attacked by Babur was that of Punjab, where Daulat Khan Lodi became a governor or a noble. And then after conquering Punjab, he moved towards Delhi. That led to a conflict or battle between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. We familiar the first battle of Panipat. First battle of Panipat that was held in the year 1526, 1526. In this first battle of Panipat, the Sultanate army of Ibrahim Lodi that was disastrously defeated by very powerful army of Babur, and then after he conquered Delhi. After the battle of Panipat, Babur became victorious and he conquered Delhi and Agra. And after getting control over the Sultanate state, he faced the stiff opposition from Rajputs. Rajputs always became a very strong force, especially in the central part of India. And Rajputs under the leadership of Rana Sanga offered stiff challenge to Babur that finally culminated in a battle named the Battle of Kanwa that was in the year 1527. And result was the same, that of the Battle of Panipat. In the Battle of Kanwa, the army of Rana Sanga that was defeated, and some of the important geographical area of Rajputs were conquered by Babur. And then Afghan nobles under the leadership of Mahmud Lodi. Mahmud Lodi the first time supported Babur, but later offered challenge to him, and Afghans were very powerful, and they also offered some conflicting situation to Akbar, and finally Afghans were defeated in the Battle of Gagra. So there are three important battles: Battle of Panipat that was in 1526, Battle of Kanwa in 1527, and Battle of Gagra in 1528 that shaped the destiny of India following the attack of Babur. And while making a study of Babur, Babur was followed by Humayun, his son. But when Humayun became the ruler of India, he faced some of the problems concerned with the political expansion, uncertain empire. Babur ruled India only for 4 to 5 years, and Babur failed to establish a strong foundation for the Mughal Empire, and he failed to develop a strong revenue system or legality, military reforms, and most of the money that was spent for the military reforms only, and he neglected the civil aspects of the country, and he failed to meet the challenges of the Afghan rivals. So when Humayun became the ruler of India, he was challenged by various confronting situations. ബാബറിന് ശേഷം അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ മകനായിട്ടുള്ള ഹുമയൂൺ അധികാരത്തിൽ എത്തിയെങ്കിൽ പോലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഒരുപാട് പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ നേരിടേണ്ടി വന്നു. ഏകദേശം 4-5 വർഷക്കാലം നീണ്ടു നിന്ന ബാബറിന്റെ ഭരണകാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ സൈനിക മേഖലയിൽ വിശദമായ പരിഷ്കാരങ്ങൾ നടപ്പിൽ വരുത്തി എന്നല്ലാതെ ഒരു ഫലപ്രദമായ ഭരണ സംവിധാനം ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ബാബറിന് സാധിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. മാത്രമല്ല, മുഗൾ ഭരണത്തിന് വളരെ ശക്തമായ ചാലഞ്ച് വന്നിട്ടുള്ള അഫ്ഗാൻസിനെ കൃത്യമായിട്ട് പ്രതിരോധിക്കാനും ബാബറിന് സാധിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. ആൻഡ് ദി പേഴ്സണൽ character and weakness that also confronted with Humayun. And Humayun's as part of the imperialist expansions, Humayun's first expedition that was against Raja of Kalinjar, that was in 1531, and he defeated Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, and then again he confronted with the Afghans that finally culminated the Battle of Chausa in the year 1539 and Battle of Kanuj in 1540. So there are two important battles. One that is Battle of Chausa in 1539, 1539. Battle of Kanuj in 1540. These two important battles. Afghans were victorious. Afghans under the leadership of Sher Shah. Sher Shah became victorious. Humayun, who were deposed from power, and for a long time he were in exile outside India. So now we are discussing about the foundation of the Mughal Empire, with a special emphasis on Babur and Humayun.